Hey students, so I want to give you guys a quick rundown on Hangouts just to give you guys a little bit more advice. Basically just to give you guys some tips on how we can properly use Hangouts without us having any kind of hiccups. Also, I'd like to say with us teachers doing this thing as kind of like a first time kind of thing, teaching classes at home, I want to ask for you guys' patience for any hiccups that we may have. Um, and of course, we're all going to be figuring it out together. So just have patience, and we'll make it through this. It's not, uh, you know, we'll tackle things as they come, but everything will be fine. But of course, we're going to try to make sure that we can stop any kind of hiccups from starting in the first place, which is why I'm making this video. So um, you can see two screens here, right? That's because I'm using Hangouts Meet. So this is my Screencastify screen. This is Hangouts, okay? So I wanted to show you Hangouts again, just because give you guys some tips here of what's going to happen as far as your guys' role as students. So for me, teaching, really what you want to do whenever you enter into the meet, what's going to happen is that you're going to see a whole bunch of screens. Okay, so there's going to be a screen here, screen here, screen here, screen here, screen here, screen here. Okay, it's going to be all like the different students and your teacher there. Okay, if you just want to see your teacher's face, you pin them. Okay, which the way that you do that is just clicking on their face and then boom, pinned it, which means that their face is going to come up as like the main thing on your screen. Okay, so that's the way that you'll use the pinning. Okay, so I'm going to unpin that, and then keep in mind any kind of background noise that's going to be going on. I really, really, really recommend using headphones. Headphones are going to be a really useful thing for you guys. I'm more than likely going to wear headphones whenever I'm teaching, just so I can be sure to hear you guys, because sometimes laptops don't always have the best um, microphones and speakers. Okay, so sometimes using headphones is kind of the way to go. So keep that in mind. If you don't have headphones, not a big deal, but just know that they are preferred. Okay. Um, Secondly, if you guys are in a class together and you are sitting next to each other, keep in mind that if you both are having the speakers going, there's going to be feedback. Okay. So imagine this. All right. Let's say you and a friend are sitting side by side in the same class and you're both listening to things going on. All right. What's going to happen is that there's going to be a feedback noise, and it's going to be like a really high pitched noise. It's going to screech really, really loud. Okay. So don't do that. Right. Sit far apart from each other. Okay. So that there's no feedback noise. Because what's happening, the reason why that's happening is that the sound from one computer is going into the mic of another computer. So it's basically doing like a loop of sound, so to speak, and that's going to cause that kind of feedback noise, that really high pitch, and it's going to hurt your ears. It's going to hurt all of our ears. Okay, so sit far apart or wear headphones. Okay, headphones is going to be the thing that solves most of our problems here. Also, um, your teacher can mute you, and your teacher can also remove you from the meeting. Okay, so if you're goofing off, if you're not on task, your teacher has the ability to mute you and to kick you out of the class. Okay, if you have a question during class, what you can do is you can uh, either write in a message, I have a question, right? and then write your question. You could always do it that way. Or you can try to get my attention or your teacher's attention. Be like, hey, I have a question. Keep in mind, though, that for me as your teacher, I'm going to see a whole bunch of these little screens here. I may or may not see you, right? So, um, maybe raising hands isn't always the best thing to do. You can try it, but just keep in mind that that may or may not work to get your teacher's attention. Okay, so possibly send a message instead, or just do both. Write in your question and then also, right, or you can work out with your individual teacher some sort of signal. Okay, like maybe on like the first day you can say, hey, in order for us to ask questions, what should we do? Okay, and then you guys can sort of work out a strategy together. Okay. All right, last thing here. Before your class starts, what you want to do is you want to get everything ready in your tabs. Okay, so every single day when your class starts, you want to go to classroom. Okay, because that is where you will see the join the meet. Okay, so let me show you. We've been practicing as teachers, so I'm going to show you what we've been doing. I showed this before in the previous video, but I'll show you guys again. This is what it's going to look like. Okay, so you just click on the meet there. Make sure that you join the right day though, because we're going to post these like every day. So just make sure that you're not joining the wrong meet. So make sure that the date is correct. See the date here. This is from yesterday, so I'm not going to join that one. So make sure you join on the day. And for those that are receiving devices to help them out at home, this is what your Amazon Fire tablets are going to look like here. Okay. These pretty small, but they do work, I promise. Okay, and they do have screens. We made sure to put in all the apps that you will need. I do believe that the App Store is closed on this now, so that you're not going to be downloading games and playing games on this thing. Okay, so just keep in mind this isn't going to be something for you to play games on. It's really just for you guys to do schoolwork on, because that's really the only purpose that you guys are getting these for. Okay. But this is what they're going to look like. They do have a camera, as you can see, so you will be able to be seen on these chats. Also, they did enable voice to text on these things. So let's say you have to write something on this. You can just, type it out if you want, or you can do the voice to text. I made sure that they included that on there just to help you guys out. But if you are doing voice to text during a meeting, you may want to mute yourself on here, because otherwise people are just going to be like hearing your voice, doing the voice to text. You don't want to do that. Okay, so mute yourself during the meeting. Like if you have to make some noise for a little bit, just click mute down here. Okay, this says turn off microphone. Let me take this off. It says turn off microphone. Okay, just turn off your microphone just so that things can be a little bit quiet. Okay, and then you can do your voice to text thing in here. Okay, once again, if you guys think of anything, let me know. Again, asking for you guys' patience. We miss you guys. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Classes start tomorrow, Thursday, March 19th. And I think that's it. Okay. Bye.